Hi, my name is Colby Sharp. I'm a 5th grade teacher in Michigan, and I'm so excited because today, the day that I'm recording this, is the American Library Association's annual Youth Media Awards, and we got a chance to watch it with my students, and I got a chance to spend a little bit of time reflecting at the beginning of lunch, and now here we are at the end of my lunch, and I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about my initial thoughts and the awards and how exciting of a morning it was. I have a printout of all of the award winners. We have some highlighted things. Usually I have more of a plan in these videos, but I just don't this time. So I'm going to go through some of these awards, some of my thoughts. Not going to be a real critique of whether things were great or not, just a celebration of some of the books. I'm not going to be talking about all of the books, but I will do my best to share some different things and some thoughts. So hopefully it's not too annoying and you get something out of it. I will say that watching it live with my students was amazing. It felt almost normal in school. On a year where we're wearing masks, kids are spread out. I'm quarantining books for 48 hours after a kid reads it. It was nice to have it up on the screen and to hear books being announced and to see the kids recognize some of the titles and to be able to just bounce around the library, the different parts and pull books and to be able to share them with the kids, and there's a lot of excitement with it. So I'm really excited to chat with you about these books. I guess I'll start with the Cybert Award, the Nonfiction Award. I was so excited to see Honeybee honored as the medalist. I love this book. I actually had this on my predictions for a Caldecott. It wasn't honored by the Caldecott committee, but it was honored by the Cybert committee, and what a remarkable choice. If you don't know Candace Fleming and Eric Roman's Honeybee, you are missing out. It is easy to see why this book was selected by the committee. It's absolutely just phenomenal, and you learn so much. They also wrote a book called The Giant Squid, similar trim size, so similar to this. I'm hoping that they just do a bunch of different creatures because they are an amazing, amazing team. So awesome to see that. Another book that was honored by the Cyber Committee, which we'll talk about a little bit later when we talk about the Newbery, is All 13 by Christina Soon-Tornvat. I absolutely love that book, one of my favorites. The Pure Belpré, I don't know, I didn't read a lot of these, but the one that I did read that was honored as the Children's Book Award winner was Ephron Divided. I loved Ephron Divided. I don't have my copy here. It's actually where I record videos at home. It's actually sitting on the shelf. It's part of my backdrop, but I loved Ephron Divided. It's an amazing book from HarperCollins. You should absolutely add that to your to-read list. One of my favorite categories today, I just was so excited to see the books that were picked, were the Odyssey winners, which go to the best audiobooks of the year. And I had listened to none of these, but I had read a bunch of them, and I was so excited to see Fighting Words was honored. And this is one of my favorite books of the year, so I'm so excited to go back and listen to the audio because I can't even imagine what that sounds like. I just want to hear at least a taste of it because that book is so powerful. Kent State won, and they played a clip. Wow. It made me really want to listen to that book. It's written by Deborah Wiles. It talks about the shooting at Kent State University. It's an absolutely phenomenal book, and I'm just dying to hear more of the audio. And then two others, Stamped, which was one of my favorite books of the year. Loved it. It was so great to hear it honored by the Odyssey Committee. Jason Reynolds reads it. We all probably should have had this one on our short list of books to win Odyssey just because Jason's words are so powerful, spoken aloud. And When the Stars Are Scattered, graphic novel, Odyssey honor-winning book. And if I remember correctly, Jared Krasaska's Hey Kiddo was, I believe, won the Odyssey last year or the year before. So it's cool to see the love the graphic novels are getting from the Odyssey Committee. That's really exciting. Pure Belpré also, Vamos, Let's Go Eat, written and illustrated by Raul Gonzalez. What an awesome book. That's Raul III. Raul Gonzalez, all right. So that was really fun. I don't know which pages I've looked at and which ones I haven't. So, this is what happens when you just kind of wing these things. So I don't want to miss anything. Let's go next to the prints. I don't usually read prints, and it was exciting. I have not read the winner Everything Sad is Untrue. Congratulations to Daniel Nayari. Amazing dude. He came to Nerd Camp a couple of years ago. He's in the Creativity Project, which is the book I put together. A really great dude. But I had read Dragon Hoops, and I had read Everybody Looking. Both amazing. So excited that I had actually read 2 of the Prince Honors. And that took me back to Odyssey, because Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo also was honored by the Odyssey Committee, and that's another young adult book that I read. I didn't read a lot of young adult books in 2020. The books that I did read were honored by the committee, so good job me reading. Snyder Family Award, I love seeing I Talk Like a River, and When the Stars Are Scattered, honored by that committee. If you haven't read I Talk Like a River, at a time when we have the President of the United States as a speech impediment, to be able to read a book like that to kids is so powerful and important and beautiful. I highly, highly recommend I Talk Like a River. And When Stars Are Unscattered. Look at this, is the advanced copy. It's just falling apart. And actually today just came, I got a brand new copy. So what a perfect time to get, oh yeah, also National Book Award finalist. Way to go, Omar and Victoria. Racking up the awards. Awesome. All right, where's my list here? Sorry about that. Coretta Scott King was really exciting. Do I have that somewhere? Yeah, Coretta Scott King. Before the Ever After. Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about with Coretta Scott King. Sorry. This was our first read aloud of the year. Jacqueline Woodson's second read aloud of, it's either our first or second read aloud of the year. Jacqueline Woodson's Before the Ever After. The kids went. They just were like so happy. They went a little wild, a little happy, lots of clapping when they saw that this book was honored. Like, oh yeah, we love that book. It was so good. So congrats to Jacqueline Woodson. Appreciate the Coretta Scott King list as always. Picking amazing, amazing titles. Another book that was the Illustrator Award went to RESPECT, Aretha Franklin and the Queen of Soul, which is illustrated by Frank Morrison, which I haven't read. My students loved his book, Above the Rim, the book that he illustrated, Above the Rim, which was actually on my Caldecott list. And he won Coretta Scott King for Respect. I don't have it. But I know that it was in my building, and another teacher, I thought Mrs. Woolworth, who's my teaching friend here, had it, and I remember seeing it in her office. And then I went down there, and she's like, what are you talking about? I don't have that book. But I know that I saw it. Like, I can picture it in my face, that book. But I wasn't down there. So I got to figure out where it went, because it's driving me wild. Because I know it's in my building somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I know I'm going to leave out some things. Really exciting with the Caldecott medal. I'm going to put a link to the press release from ALA in the description, so you can go and you can look at all of the books that were honored today, because I'm only talking about a small fraction. But really interesting thing for me is I had not read a bunch of the Caldecott books. Yeah, I just had it this year. So that's like Me and Mama I had not read. A Place Inside of Me I had not read. So I was like, dang, I got some work to do, which is always fun to add books to our list during award season. And the winner of the Caldecott Medal is We Are Water Protectors, illustrated by Makala Goad. She is the Caldecott Medal winning illustrator. This book is amazing. This was my pick for Caldecott Medal. I was not surprised at all to see it honored. Total home run. I read this book to my students when we were learning virtually, when like COVID was kind of going wild in our area. So I'm going to read it again to them at the end of the day. Today, we're going to end our day with We Are Water Protectors. I love this book. It's so, so good. All right, now we're going to talk about the Newbery Medal and my favorite award. I love it. I've read, up until today, I read every single Newbery Medal winning book. And today, When You Trap a Tiger, written by Tay Keller, won. I haven't read it. I read her first book and loved it. I have not read When You Trap a Tiger, but I ordered it as soon as the awards were finished, and I should have a copy hopefully soon, and I'm really excited to read it. Congratulations to her on this amazing, amazing achievement. She has joined an amazing list of creators as Newbery Medal winning books. I was super excited to see some of my favorites in win honors. Aaron and Trotta Kelly, We Dream of Space. These characters are so stinking good. I love this book so much. I love this book so much that I was reading it aloud to my students, and we're on page 71, and then school was closed for 7 weeks. And I had to make the tough decision to not continue the read aloud, which I hate doing, but 7 weeks was just too long, and I struggled to read aloud when we're all virtual. So I love this book so much. And it takes place when I was 5, Challenger, Space Shuttle. So good. Congratulations to Aaron. This book is absolute home run. Probably my favorite book of the year, Fighting Words. Kimberly Brubaker Bradley not only was honored by the Odyssey Committee, but also took home her second Newbery honor. Sexual assault. Written for 4th graders. 5th graders. It's just mind-blowing. It's amazing. I'm so thankful that the committee selected this groundbreaking, important, life-saving book. Congratulations to Kimberly. I'm so happy that even more kids are going to get a chance to read it now. And I suppose I will end with all 13, my all-time favorite nonfiction book. 1, a Cybert honor, and a Newbery honor, and it's so good, and you must read it. Holy smokes. So many amazing books honored. Congratulations to all that were honored today. If your book wasn't honored and you're watching this, you still wrote an awesome book. So keep your head up. Keep your chin up, keep writing, keep making great stories for kids. As a teacher, I promise we'll keep sharing those stories. It's not all about the shiny stickers. Thank you to all of the committees. Your work is, it's just amazing that you're willing to do that and to sacrifice and to give so much so that we can have great books to read and to add to our to-read list and to honor for years and decades to come. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome-tastic